So you're thinking about moving to the Lansing area, and you've been thinking to yourself, hey, do I need to live on the east side, the north side, the west side, the south side? Where are going to be the best parts to live? Well, today I'm going to be featuring the west side of the Lansing area, and I'm going to show you some of the hot spots, some of the highlights within the area. And if you stay until the end, I'll be able to show you a place that was featured on Food Network's Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. And we're gonna get started with this episode right now. Hey folks, what a great day here today on the west side of Lansing. My name is Troy Seifert. I'm with the Capital Area Real Estate Specialist here in the Greater Lansing area, and we get phone calls from people all the time looking to move to the Greater Lansing area. So whether you're looking to buy or sell, please feel free to contact me in the information below in the description. Please call me, text me, email me, even schedule a Zoom call, and I will respond to you as soon as I am able. I'm not too busy to be able to answer any of your requests or calls. So also, if you could subscribe to my channel, Lansing Michigan Life, I would greatly appreciate it. Also like this video. Comment as well, just for some of the, it's great to be able to comment with you and be able to interact with you and answer any questions you might have. Also ring the bell for any notifications so that you can be informed for any new episodes of Lansing Michigan Life. Right behind me, if you are familiar with this area, you will notice this will be a familiar spot to you. If you are not familiar with this area, then you're gonna have no idea what this is. But this place is Horrocks, and right behind me was somebody who I think was trying to get a parking spot here, because here at Horrocks, it is incredibly tough and difficult to get a parking spot. So I probably got somebody a little bit frustrated. Oh well, I'm sorry, but it's all for you guys out there, okay? So Horrocks, if you watched some of my previous videos, this is my number 2 on the must-dos in the Lansing area. I would call Horrocks a farmer's market on steroids. Now this business has been around for 60 plus years. It started in 1959 by an owner named Jerry Horrock. And also in the background, if you start hearing some traffic noise, it's because Horrocks is right by the major highway over here. There's some major roads here, so you're gonna be hearing some of that, but this still is an incredibly popular place. So anyway, let me get back to the story. So the story is that in 1959, Jerry Horrock found this lot that was full of Christmas trees, and he decided to buy it. He went home to his wife and said, hey hon, guess what? I decided to spend all of our life savings on this Christmas tree lot. And if I was a fly on the wall for that conversation, I would be so interested to see what that wife felt, because I know if it was my wife and I decided to do something like that, we would be having some conversations. So, but that risk paid off, because then for a long time they decided to use this as a Christmas tree lot and as a produce farm. So from 1959 all the way up until his death in 2014, Horrocks was known as a garden center, it was known as a produce center, a deli, and then it sold Christmas trees for a long time. Now when I moved here in 2007, it was just produce. It had some decent prices on produce. It had some garden. It had a garden center. Had some landscaping stuff, flowers. Hello there. So, see, I'm right by the road here. So anyway, so it was known as just a produce place with some groceries. You could get some of your meats there. But in 2014, right after the owner had passed away, his sons took over, and within the last decade, this place has been completely transformed. So you're gonna notice some interior shots. You are still gonna see the produce. You're gonna see the fruits, the vegetables, but also they added a soup bar. They added a salad bar, especially there's a lot of corporations that work around here, Auto Owners Insurance, Michigan Farm Bureau, GM workers. They can come here for a quick bite to eat, be able to pick up some stuff, get something authentic. You know, there's like tons of soups over at the soup bar. There's tons of options over at the salad bar. They also have a popcorn bar. They also have a gelato bar. They also have a pizza place. They have a coffee bar. Then of course, they have the garden center, which is this way, over this way. And And that area has just been completely transformed as well. Over the weekends, they have live bands that come here. You can still get your landscaping, all of your garden stuff done. Still a ton of stuff, still a ton of lawn and garden stuff that they have over here. But they also make it special because they have a nice just landscaping where there's a fountain that's going, where you can sit, you can eat your pizza maybe that you pick up at the pizza parlor, sit down, take a seat, enjoy a drink, and just be able to enjoy some live music. And this place, I'm telling you, is packed. And on the weekends, parking lot is completely nuts and full. You're hearing some road noise now. This place gets a little bit packed. This is right by I-96, and in fact, going back to the history of this place, back in 1959, I-96, the interstate that travels about 70, 75 miles an hour, was not here. So when I-96 was constructed and made, that actually helped Horrocks be able to get tons of traffic. And so that was a game changer for them, and that's why the risk definitely paid off for them. And now, this place exists today for a date night for many people, so they can just have a nice little Friday night, Saturday night, where they can just chill, relax, listen to live music. If they need to get their garden stuff done for the upcoming spring and summer, this place is absolutely a madhouse during then, especially on weekends. You can get that done. If you just want to be able to get some popcorn for a movie night, you can definitely do that, which that's what I'm about to do right now. I have to go in, I have to get some errands, I have to get some popcorn for the kids, because we're having a movie night tonight. We're watching Inside Out 2 on Disney Plus, and we do movie nights every Friday night. So I'm gonna go in, pick up some popcorn, and then I'm gonna meet you at our next location, which is the newest part of West Lansing, AKA Delta Township. So I'll see you over there in a bit. All right, I'm here at my next place here at the Delta Crossings area, and I'm right in front of the new Burlington Coat Factory that's about to open. And it's not like Burlington Coat Factory wasn't here before. It was actually in a different complex. They just decided to move to this Delta Crossings complex. So if we look behind me right here, you can see the long stretch, the long row here. It's got TJ Maxx. We've also got Sierra Outdoor Gear. We've also got Hobby Lobby further down. We got Bob's Discount Furniture. This whole area, up until 2 years ago, was just a corner, like just a large field that had like a used car lot on it. And so the developers saw a lot of potential in Delta Township. They saw a lot of growth. So they decided to invest in this area. So you got this whole strip over here. Then in front of this area, there's a Texas Roadhouse, and there's also an Olive Garden that was just built. Across the way over here is a BJ's Warehouse, which is a lot like Costco and Sam's Club. Then they were going to build an at-home store, which is a lot like just a huge mega TJ Maxx at-home store. And what happened instead was there was some disputes with the township, and they decided to put that on hold. And then we just got an announcement that Bass Pro Shops is coming. So I believe that is the replacement over there. So all to say, whenever you see building and growth in an area, that means that a lot of people are coming to it. It just has a really good economy to the area. So all to say, this is a very up and coming area. Right across the street is also a super Walmart, not just a regular Walmart, but Walmart Supercenter, as well as Menard, which is a lot like Home Depot or Lowe's. You also got Cracker Barrel. You also got Bob Evans. You have Crumble Cookies across the way. A lot of things are starting to be built over on this side of town. I'm going to be traveling to our next destination further down the road, but as I travel, you'll notice on this road is kind of like the main stretch where everything's at. They got everything from Denny's to local restaurants to Cheddar's, Chick-fil-A, so every fast food place. All the shopping, like Kohl's is gonna be on there, Kroger's gonna be on this main strip, Carrabba's, Red Robin. All the restaurants, all the stores, all the food stuff is gonna be on this main strip as I drive down to our next destination. So I'm gonna go ahead and drive, and I will meet you there. Okay, so one of my last spots here is the Lansing Mall. I decided to go indoors here. The one thing I will say about Lansing Mall, it's not like a huge wow factor at all, but it is a mall. And I feel like the Lansing Mall has 9 lives to it. Those of you who know the history of the mall will know what I mean. When I first moved here in 2007, this mall had Disney Store. Every single anchor store was filled with like an Elder Beerman Bonton Carson's place. It had Old Navy, it had TJ Maxx, and it had Steve and Barry's, okay, if you guys can remember that old store. So tons that were in there. And now as you can kind of see me as I'm walking through, it's kind of like it gets like you think like it's going to shut down, and then it doesn't shut down. And it's not a bad thing, because I like to have the malls still here, because I think everybody knows that like malls are just kind of going through a hard time right now. But if you look behind me, JCPenney still here. I feel like it's the best JCPenney in the entire area. There's another one at the Meridian Mall, but I like this JCPenney a whole lot better. And if I continue to walk, and if you can kind of see it in the distance, a lot of the vacancies here were filled by, or are still filled by, some local businesses. So they decided to kind of keep local businesses within here, but there are still some major retailer shops. Like right now I'm passing Claire's. And then on this end, there is Shoe Carnival that's coming up. And then there's a Barnes & Noble bookstore, which Barnes & Noble I feel is a great bookstore, especially with bookstores kind of going by the wayside. Barnes & Noble still being here throughout the whole area, and they still chose to be here. It's great. There were rumors they were going to move out of the mall, but they're still here and they're still doing well. I enjoy getting a nice board game there sometimes, just to be able to have and play with friends. So Barnes & Noble is still here. Dunham Sports is still here as I'm walking to it. And then also, so what I'm about to approach to is the one entertainment place that kind of helped revitalize this mall and give it a new life again. And it just moved in Christmas of 2023. And so I'm gonna turn around and kind of show it to you with the sign. But we find like a lot of malls are doing this. And they decided to do an entertainment complex known as Zap Zone. Zap Zone was here in the area, but it was in an old movie theater. So we got Zap Zone XL right behind us. And Zap Zone XL, inside of there are go-karts. There is laser tag. There is bowling. There is a rage room. There's an arcade. There's a restaurant. Axe throwing. All that stuff is here. And I came here when it first opened, and I was here on a Saturday, and I looked at the mall, and like there were tons of people walking here, through the mall. It was great. And so it helped revitalize this mall again and kind of breathe new life into it. So I'm gonna keep walking, but right back there is Zap Zone. It filled one of the anchor store vacancies. Also in the Lansing Mall, and they kind of consider it part of Lansing Mall, but it really, I guess, quote unquote, isn't, because it's not attached, is Best Buy. They have an Applebee's in front of here at the Lansing Mall. So this stretch has several restaurants, and it still has some great things to it, but it's not what it once was. But I think like across the country, that's how this goes, right? So as I continue walking here, because I'm going down the other end, really Lansing Mall just kind of goes down one main stretch. And as I walk through here, you'll see and notice some vacancies of some places that kind of went in and out. But like I said, Lansing Mall has been having a lot of revitalization. So as I continue to walk here, they have a Lids hat store. I feel like Lids is in every single mall. For some reason, they're making it. And I feel like their hats are more expensive than just getting it somewhere else. But hey, they're around there. That's great. They also have an Annie Ann's pretzel over here. When the mall was first open, they had a Chipotle and a Panera in it, which was awesome. Like, to be able to have that in the mall was great. So, and they also had an Olga's Kitchen, which was kind of like a Mediterranean place. All those places are gone. They also had a restaurant called Hula Hands, which I think has, there's only a few of those left throughout the country, I want to say, but that one also moved out. So as I continue to walk here, there's a store called Rainbow that I think is a nationally known store. They got Aeropostale, but then they also, again, have just some local businesses that are throughout here. They have the Go Calendar game store in here, which is a seasonal place, I guess. Over Christmas time, they start opening up. FYE Music Movie Store, that's been around for a long time. They have a hobby collection store over here. And then they have Hot Topic. That's in a lot of malls. Ord? No, okay, it is still open. I was going, oh, did it close? No, it did not. They have Lansing Athletics here. Spirit of Halloween store is here. Because if there's a vacancy, I think all of you know across the country, if there's a vacancy somewhere, Spirit of Halloween store will go in there and fill that. But as I continue walking and you look behind me, you're noticing that there are several vacancies throughout the mall. But again, several of these vacancies that were filled by local businesses, and that's great. So I'm about to end our journey through the mall here. Right behind me is a food court, which only has a pizza place in it. But then also at the end of here is Regal Cinemas. It's a multiplex that they have in here. So again, it's a destination place. That's what this mall has become. So I'm gonna wrap up here and walk to our final place. I'll meet you there. Okay, so I'm at our last location, and you're kind of seeing the raw, how do I say it? Like the raw vibe here, because right now you see there's no cars. I came over because this place has been so popular, and come to find out, this place has been on again, off again, closed for the last couple months. So this place is called Zaytoon. It's a Mediterranean place. It was featured on diners, drive-ins, and dives. It was also featured on Triple D, both by Guy Fieri. And great food, chicken shawarma. I loved it during COVID. Because of moving away from Delta Township, it was a place I really haven't frequented. So, now I come here and it's like, hey, it's closed. But the one thing I will tell you, because I don't think that this is all in vain, okay? So they do say that there was no formal announcement made. I look inside and there's lights that are on. You guys are like, Troy, why are you taking us here to this creepy place? Honestly, if it reopens, keep track of it. It wouldn't surprise me if they decided to reopen their doors again, because it was so popular. And hopefully they get figured out what they need to get figured out. But Zaytoon's Mediterranean, a great place, and I definitely hope that they reopen their doors soon, because I think it would be great and a lot of you would be missing out. So anyway, thanks so much for just following me around Delta Township. It's a great area. The west side of Lansing, lots of retail. I feel like there's more retail happening here and just more things here than there are in Okemos or East Lansing on the eastern side of town. So, I mean, I can get everything done in one swoop whenever I'm over here. So thanks again for coming to my channel here. Again, want to tell you to like, subscribe, also ring the bell for any notifications so that you can be notified whenever there is anything coming up in the greater Lansing area, because videos will be coming out weekly. Also, don't forget to contact me, text me, email me, call me, schedule a Zoom. I will pick up the phone. I will answer every single time for you. So until next time, enjoy your day, and thanks again.